Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we are back for episode 20, I do believe. I can never seem to remember exactly what episode we're on, but I believe it's episode 20 of the Out of the Park Baseball Series here with the Houston Astros, and today we're at the All-Star break in 2020. We can take a look at who did make the All-Star game for, for the AL and for the NL, but specifically for us, we had two of our starters, Steven Strasburg and Michael Wacha, get in. Bubba Jones, Carlos Correa, and Bryce Harper all got in as well. And I do believe that was it. If you guys are wondering why we are not at the draft right now, I decided to skip the draft. I actually did draft the players, but I just decided to not show it because the drafts are getting worse and worse, and those players are unlikely to have an impact on our team at any point. If you guys really want to see it, I can show it to you guys next year, but I figured it was sort of just a waste of time, and I couldn't imagine too many people were really hammering for the draft whenever each midseason episode came out. But anyway, so we had 5 All-Stars, and we are off to a very quick start, 63 and 30, almost a 700 win percentage, just 4 wins shy of that. If we go to, we'll take a look at the schedule. We were off to a scorching start, and I think we can go to April. I think we ended up, I mean, look, we only lost, 5 times in the month of May, and we were, I want to say 40 and 13 at one point, or like 40 and 15, and we've slowed down a little bit since then, still at a nice pace, but as you can see, the losses have become a little bit more prevalent when you look at the months of June and July specifically, more so than, I mean, May was just an insane month for us. We really took off, and even, we got off to a great start in April as well, so anyway, the team's been playing fantastic. Not too many complaints from guys. I mean, not too many complaints out of me, from me, out of how guys have played. Jonathan Singleton has really been horrendous this year, is the only thing I would say. And his ratings have gone down, and I'm a little bit concerned. He signed for another 3 years after this at $12 million a year. That could be a hard contract to unload. Also, I mean, it does sort of stink to have to unload a guy like that if we do come to that point, but we might. Not something I plan on doing right now because we're playing really well in spite of him, and I don't think there's an overwhelming need for this team. Ayala's played decent, hasn't been great, but he has a high OBP, he has 12 home runs, he's been playing fine defense, so I think, he's been fine. We'll take what we can get out of him. He's, not expected to be one of the best players on our team, but I think he's just been fine, which is exactly what we expect out of him. Bubba Jones has been sensational, as usual. OPS in the 860s, upper 800s or whatever is what you expect out of him. Just one of the best hitters in baseball. VR, rough start to the year, but he's been hot lately, so that's good. Hopefully he can turn it around. His ratings have also gone down a little bit, and he's another guy that's extended for another couple of years. He's only through 2022, so we'll have to keep an eye on some of the guys whose ratings are decreasing. Chris Bryant, pretty much doing Chris Bryant things, low OBP, high slugging. He sort of is what he is at this point. I don't think he's going to get too much better. That's Correa. He's just a high power. I mean, he's basically Justin Williams, except I'd say a little bit better. So, I mean, he is what he is. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed in how he's panned out, but because he's still a pretty good player. Obviously, I would have liked a little bit more out of him, but Correa, once again, putting in a great year with his high OBP and all that. He's just turned into a phenomenal ball player for us. When he's healthy, he's one of the best players in baseball. Springer's had another rough year, which is definitely concerning. At least his WAR is positive this year, but still nothing special out of him. I'm surprised his ratings haven't gone down yet, but and also out of the outfield, Harper's been fantastic, and Alatorre's been good, not great, but I'm always surprised at how much he slugs. He has secret home run power. I don't think of him as a home run guy because he doesn't strike out a lot, which is good because we have so many guys who strike out so much in this team. So I don't really think of Alatorre as a very high power guy, but he's, his ISO power is over 200 and he's on pace for 32 home runs. So anyway, the real strength of this team though has been the pitching, which is sort of what I expect coming into the year. Now, so Strasburg and Wacha have been fantastic. Strasburg has been insane this year. I would say I was a little bit disappointed in 2019. Just a 2.71 ERA is fantastic, 18 wins and all of that, and 11.1 wins. I mean, he was a phenomenal pitcher, but considering what it was the prior years, we had sub 2 ERAs. I was thinking we were going to get more. This year we have gotten more. He already 7 wins above replacement, 2.01 ERA, on pace for 22 wins. on pace for almost 250 strikeouts. Whip is under 1. Like, he's just been insane. So excited what we've gotten out of him. Walk has been pretty steady. Couple rough starts. He had a rough one last time out. And even though it was sort of my fault, I left him in for this game because our bullpen was a little bit burnt and his pitch count was low. And then he gave up 3 of these runs in the 9th inning, and we still won 10-7, so it was not a big deal. But yeah, he's been fantastic pretty much all year long, and he's on pace to do pretty much what he did last year in terms of WAR. The whip is going to be lower, the ERA is going to be lower, which is good. So I'd say we've seen pretty good things out of him. Pineda has been so-so. He's had a couple rough outings lately, but he's been pretty good he was really good at the start of the year and has regressed a little bit. Quintana, that's Godfrey. Quintana's been the opposite. He started out he started out the year fine, had a really bad stretch, I'd say in like May and June, but he's had a really look at his last 5 starts. His ERA's come down. He's looked a lot better, so that's encouraging. And Jake Godfrey's been good. He's been great, actually. His ERA was sub 3 for a while. It's come up a little bit, starting to go back down. He's just been fantastic. Him and Quintana have just made a pitching probably the strength of this team, which is just a complete 180-degree flip from previous years. Now, we do have a bad injury to report. Really the only big injury we've suffered so far. But AJ Ramos out for, it was originally 3 months. It's now been a month. It's been about 30 days since we put him on the 60-day DL. So he's out for 2 more months, which means we're likely to get him back for the playoffs, which is good. He was off to a pretty good start. Only 2 blown saves up until he got hurt on June 26th. So it does stink, and the bullpen is definitely a spot where I'd like to add on somebody at the deadline here. But we are likely to get him back for the start of the playoffs, which is good. We also got rid of our 2 Rule 5 draft picks. We called up Aldo Silva, who's been fantastic so far, although only 7 innings pitched, but still hasn't allowed to run yet and is striking out a lot of guys. And we also called up Manchu Wong. We recalled him after a couple years away now. Remember, he was one of our best relievers back in the sort of early days of this. He has not been good, but hopefully he can turn it around. He's our 3rd lefty, so we don't rely on him too heavily. Walden and Brothers have both been shaky. Right now, Walden is pretty much taken over as the closer role, and the reason I don't have it set is because I've actually played most of these games, so I've been manually sort of managing the bullpen. But he's taken over as our closer for now, which I feel fine with. He's been pretty good in the closer role, I would say. Not fantastic, certainly not AJ Ramos good, and certainly not as good as he was when he was with us a couple years ago. But I would say he's been solid enough, and I think for now I'm not necessarily looking for an upgrade at closer. I'm really more looking for an upgrade over a guy like Carson Smith or over a guy like Manchu Wong, who have sort of been so-so out of the bullpen this year. Chapman was off to a great start to the season. Then he had this bad outing, a 5-run outing, and a blown save. So his ERA's ballooned a little bit. Schimpf has been worse this year. He has been better lately, though, which is good. So hopefully he can turn it around. That's pretty much a rundown of the team. So that we don't have a ton of money. I don't think that we're going to be really able to go after a free agent. I think we have less than like $500,000 for free agents. Yeah, we actually have no money for free agents, so we're not going to be able to go after anyone unless we want to start handing out minor league contracts, which we might do. We'll go to relievers and see. I mean, yeah, it looks like Sergio Quezada maybe we could go after. He's a guy that's been there for a while now. He's pretty highly rated, but has never actually played for a team. He's been in that free agent pool for a couple of years. Dane De La Rosa, I mean, I don't think we could maybe go after, like, I don't know, Sean Doolittle and see if he would take the minor league contract, which we would offer him. I don't know if he would, though. So our best bet's probably going to look at the trade market, try to find someone cheap, try to find someone who a team is just trying to give away or whatever, and see if we can do it that way. So I'll probably start looking for some trades for relievers, and we'll be back. All right, so once again, I think this is like the third. Well, no, I guess two trade deadlines ago we had a pretty big trade deadline when we got Bubba Jones. But last year we didn't really do anything. This year we're not going to really do anything. Just because thinking about it some more. Look, we're 66-30. There's like a 98% chance we make the playoffs now. Like it'd be highly unlikely that we blow it at this point. Wow, the Dodgers are playing. Wow, okay. Looks like we might actually have to compete with them for best record. But, yeah, it's so likely that we make the playoffs. We're already 20 games up on the Mariners. And when come playoff time, likely our 4-man rotation is going to be Strasburg, Walker, Quintana, and Godfrey, meaning Pineda goes to the bullpen. And then we also get Ramos back. So we get Ramos. We'll have Schimpf and Chapman, Pineda, Walden, Brothers. Silva seems to be getting it going. Like, I don't think it's going to be a huge deal at that point. So I don't think I'm going to be making a move because I'm not worried really about the rest of the regular season. I'm not at this point in the, with the way the team is, played over the last couple of years and pretty much where we are with this group of players. It's about championships now, and what I'm trading for at the deadline is going to be for something or someone or whatever to help us in the playoffs. And I think that we don't need help in the playoffs with our bullpen if I think about it a little bit harder than I sort of originally did. So when I look at it that way, makes me think that it would be sort of short-sighted and silly to make a deal for a reliever. And I was sort of experimenting around with more young pitching trades. And the thing about finding a reliever when you don't have money is the only guys I really trust 100% are sort of the veterans, the guys that we've heard of. I just think they tend to perform better than a guy like Manchu Wong or a guy like Aldo Silva or something. Sort of these players that we don't really know about and are the sort of the big names that we hear on an everyday basis in real life. And so I don't, it's hard to trust those guys, but the veterans or whatever that you know in real life that I personally tend to trust a little bit more are all sort of making money at this point because they're all in their at least early 30s and they're all on $8 million contracts, which we really can't afford. So because of that, there's just not a big market for the type of reliever that I want to acquire. So because of that, I'm not going to do anything. I think I will try to sign a couple guys here just because Wong and Smith, I just feel like we can get upgrades over for the near, and likely one of those guys does not end up being on the playoff roster, if not even both, maybe if we wanted to get an extra bat off the bench or whatever. But we'll definitely offer a minor league contract to Quezada because he's likely to accept that. Go back, and then maybe we'll try to get Doolittle back. We're looking at all players here. Taiwan Walker actually still has some potential. It looks like. That's funny. We should offer him a minor league contract just for the hell of it. He's only 27. Wow. All right, Torres could be a lefty for us. I think he's there's some Duran, Brent Anderson. Don't really know how. Duran maybe out of the pen. Nah. I thought maybe he had one or two good pitches, but guess not. Anderson, I know he has that curve, but yeah, it looks like his stuff wouldn't play out as a reliever. So I think we'll offer a minor league deal to Alex Torres. And go down. Maybe David Carpenter. Jaime Garcia, AJ Griffin. Wow, Marco Gonzalez really wants $2 million after the shit show he was for us last year. We'll offer one to Doolittle because he was pretty good for us last year, although only pitched 9 1/3 innings, but it was a good 9 1/3 innings. Brian Wilson got $10 million because he threw 12 good innings for the Dodgers last year, and I ranted about that on Twitter, and now I'm looking pretty smart for that because he's been awful this year. Joe Kelly back. JP Howell, Josh Edgin, Yoenis Cespedes. Wow. Jesus. Surprised. You see some surprising names as free agents here, although I guess I wouldn't. I mean, you look at all the old guys that are free agents now in real life, it shouldn't be that shocking, I guess I should say. But alright, do we want, we gave Doolittle and Torres. Do we want one more righty maybe? Justin Grimm potentially. Grimm's 31. Kevin Gausman. Maybe we'll offer it to Lee Kong Chan because he'll probably accept. He's 34. Wow. Wait, what is his? He had an illustrious academic track record. Oh, wow. Smart guy. And maybe David Carpenter. I want to look at Carpenter's statistics. Go back. He had some decent years. Yeah, why not? Let's give one to David Carpenter. All right, and then yeah, I don't think we really need an upgrade to our bench or anything. Domingo Santana went out. He's out. He was out for 5 to 6 weeks because he tore his meniscus. Now he's only got a week left, but holy crap, he's having a bad year. Whoa, what is he hitting? 073. All right, maybe we should sign Yoenis Cespedes because we don't really have any better bats off our bench. We could, I mean, Iglesias might get a call. Oh, we also signed Joe Saunders because Pineda went down for a couple weeks, and Saunders was okay for us. I mean, 5 ERA, but I think we won all 3 games that he pitched. So, and you know, he held leads, and I thought he was fine. I think he had 1 start. Can I look at his major league game log? I don't know if I can look at his full game log. Probably not. Yeah, 2020 game log. No. Game log. Yeah, he had, so he had 4 runs, 3 runs. I think we won all, we won all these games. He was fine. It was just he's pretty much one of the better guys out there that we could get on a minor league contract. So yeah, he was fine. He worked out, and I think that's the only other guys that we signed off camera or whatever. I showed you guys the really fast guy that we signed at the beginning of the beginning of the year, but I don't know if he's in AAA or AA. Who knows where he is? But we'll find him at some point, call him up so we can get him on the postseason roster. I think we'll try to get Cespedes here to replace Santana as a guy off the bench, and then we definitely want to get that fast guy on our postseason roster, and then maybe even Iglesias or something as a defensive replacement. But let's go try to find Cespedes here. Let's look at batters because I'm fine with pitchers. Michael Choice might even be a better option than Cespedes, quite frankly. I think we'll offer him a minor league deal. He's only 30. Oh, only 30. All right, never mind. That's not that young, but definitely prefer Cespedes. And we don't need a catcher. James Ramsey we had last year. Apparently no one signed him. High contact. Hit 290 in AAA. It wasn't terrible. Almost 4 wins. Surprising that he's still out there. Christian Yelich. Alex Gordon. Could bring back Alex Gordon. Yeah, alright. Ooh, wow. Will Myers. Let's offer him a minor league deal. Alright. So yeah, nothing really other than that. I mean, maybe some of these guys will sign. Probably not. I don't think we'll get a lot of these guys. Trade proposals, yeah, I'm not put Ivan Alatorre as untouchable. I just don't want to get. It's not that I wouldn't consider trading him. It's just that I don't want ridiculous offers for, washed up Carlos Gonzalez, who has -4 for one of my best young players. And this trade is Carlos Gonzalez for Rex Brothers. Well, this one isn't terrible because Brothers hasn't been that good for us this year. Esteban Soto is a pretty good prospect though. I wouldn't do that then, but. I mean, Cargo's making $1.8 million, but I mean, if I can get Michael Choice off, Cargo would just be a bat off the bench for us, and if I can get Choice for a minor league deal, then it's an easy choice for me. Get it? Yeah, so we get a couple of these guys. Cool. I don't think any of the others are gonna sign though, considering their demands. Although maybe if we're lucky. Trade proposal. Kyle Parker. Nope. No thanks. Alright, and then deadline is tomorrow. No new offers, so we're gonna go through the deadline. But I'm actually gonna be playing. I've been really enjoying playing the games this year, so I'm probably gonna play these games. In fact, since this episode's been so short, I might even play it right now on camera. But first, let's send down Robbie Grossman because he's terrible. Demote. Oh, you're gonna have to wave and DFA him. Sorry, no one's gonna pick him up. I already know because I've DFA'd him before. And we're gonna call up Michael Choice. And yeah, maybe we'll play this entire series. Why not? We'll get the top of our. Oh no! Whoa! No, I want the top of my rotation going here. If they're all gonna be fully rested, let's go. And then we're even gonna reset our rotation here and make Godfrey the 3. There we go. And Quintana the 4. Okay. Let's see. Oh, is Nolan Fontana on this Detroit team? Yes, he is. I saw his name pop up. How is he doing? Not well. Oh, no, he's been bad. He was on Pittsburgh's AAA team for a while. Jesus. Alright, so we jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Strasburg dealing so far. We're facing probably their best pitcher in Garrison Moreno. Ooh, really good changeup. He's like a 3-pitch guy mainly. I don't think he's going to throw that curveball very often. 4.180 ERA this year, though, so not doing too well. And, yeah, we were starting to jump all over him a little bit, and they took him out. Strasburg's at 94 pitches. We'll let him throw the 7th. And then it's a 4-run lead. We'll go to Silva here. Oh, yeah, okay, take him out. Sorry, I hear there's like cops going. It's like 12:45 in the morning, and then hear cops going on my street, which is I live in a very quiet neighborhood, sort of, so it's surprising. Anyway, all right, Silva. We should probably we already have Wong warming up. Let's just bring him in. I've sort of been going more closer by committee than anything else ever since Ramos got hurt, but Wong gets through it, so no big deal. And we'll go through the trade deadline. I don't know what Godfrey would pitch next, but all right. Alright, yeah, nothing to report. But yeah, we want. I don't like how this rotation gets screwed up sometimes. But alright, now we have Waka versus Drew Smiley. Picked up a win in the first game back from the All-Star break. That's always good. Well, any win is always good. Wouldn't say that win means really anything too much more than another, but alright, Drew Smiley just pitched 7 innings of 2-hit ball against us. Waka gets through 8, but the offense does not help him out. This offense just becomes anemic sometimes. It's really frustrating. We'll go through stretches where like we just won't hit, and we'll score like 2 runs a game, and it's really frustrating. And then we'll go through stretches where we score like 9 runs, 18 runs, like 14 runs. It's just, like weird, but whatever. Team is 67-31, so I can't complain too much. All right, Godfrey. And then I'll even play one more game because I want to play a game with Quintana for you guys, even though this is like hardly playing a game. But all right, yeah, here's this offense just sort of getting one hit by Chad Billingsley. Like really, right, there we go. Godfrey through 6. Let's get someone up. You know, like extending Godfrey or Quintana for too long, I find that their young arms sort of tend to, or just them being young pitchers, they don't last as long. Another run. He's at 85 pitches. All right, 2 outs. Wieters is up. He's tired. I shouldn't have left him in for this. It's a 1-0 count. From the stretch, he delivers. Wieters swings. Bouncer to the left side. And that gets through. Semien scores, so it's 3-2. Yeah, we should take Godfrey out. If I had known he was tired, I wouldn't have left him in. We'll go to the lefty since there's a couple lefties due up. And, yeah, he gets out of it. And he only threw 4 pitches, so he gets us through the 8th. We'll go get Walden up. Chapman's been great for us this year. All right, still 3-2. And now Walden on. And he picks up, what, his 9th save? Yeah. 23 pitches. Ooh, we walked 2 guys. Looks like you're into some trouble. I don't have overwhelming confidence in Walden, but I don't feel awful about him being our closer for the stretch run here. All right, and then we'll throw Quintana against Justin Wilson here in the Oakland A's. The Oakland A's, I believe, are struggling this year. Yeah, 38 and 60. They've not been good for a few years now. We jump out to an early lead on Wilson. Quintana has been hot, pitching well. Oh, never mind. I always jinx it. Let's go. We'll get the same guys up since it's a 3-3 game. And I bet you we score a run this inning. Yep. I knew it because Justin Wilson was tired. I didn't think he was going to make it through that inning. Oh, Jesus, Quintana. I went till runners in scoring position, but they must have hit a 2-run homer. Yeah, now it's definitely time to take him out. We'll go Schimpf here since he didn't pitch yesterday. Even though I have more faith in Chapman, but all right, nothing there. Schimpf's only at 10 pitches, so we'll let him pitch. Schimpf, and he only threw 6 there, but we can usually use him for 2 innings. He doesn't have a problem going multiple innings very often. So, all right, no offense still. Walden at 13. We'll let him. Okay, then on first and second, it's Whitaker up. We'll let him pitch to Whitaker. Fly ball to deep center. Alright, there we go. So that's the third out. Yeah, Walden, I feel safe going to about 30 pitches with. And at this point in the game, you want to be using your best relievers, so we'll get Silva up as well. But see if Chapman can give us an inning. Chapman I don't usually go multiple innings with. At 10 pitches, it's bottom of the lineup. Yeah, he gets through. Alright, he's at 25, so we'll take him out for Silva. We'll also get Rex Brothers up. Silva I have not experimented going multiple innings with. Oh, we get 2 runs there. And Silva through 17 pitches, so we're going to go to Brothers. And Brothers gets the save. 7-5, and that's going to do it. So we are 69-31 at the 100-game point in the season. That is pretty darn good if you ask me. And I'm looking forward to hopefully another deep playoff run. Santana's eligible to come with the DL. We're going to send him to AAA. He's not going to be happy about that. Just turned 28. But at the moment, he's going to have to be waived and DFA'd. I doubt anyone picks him up as well. And that's going to do it. So thank you guys for watching. I know it's probably not very entertaining to watch these sort of slow deadlines, but I don't know. There's really not much to do with this team. It's been playing so well, and I don't think it has too many holes in it, if any at all. So we also don't have a lot of money to work with. But anyway, that's going to do it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Peace.